Good morning and welcome back, students. We had started chapter 1 from physics, force. So, we will continue with the concepts and then finally we will understand principle of moments and solve few numericals. The basic thing is, in your board exam at least one numerical is asked on this part every year, and it may be a 3 or 4 mark question, that is in section B. In section A also 2 mark numerical or 2 mark, 1 mark each questions will be asked in the section A. So, this chapter carries a lot of weightage in your exam. Last time I have discussed about moment of force. I am not going to explain it again, it is just the connection of 2 lectures. Moment of force, and we consider moment of couple. So, these 2 concepts have been explained in the previous lectures. Both of them are also called as torque, and what we know is torque is magnitude of force into perpendicular distance, or it is called as moment arm in case of moment of force, and in case of moment of couple it is called as couple arm. So, both the terms have the same meaning almost, only thing in case of moment of force you will be dealing with one force, whereas in moment of couple you will be dealing with 2 equal and opposite forces acting at 2 different points of the object. So, both of them are almost same. Now, we go to principle of moments. Before that, I will recall we have studied conditions for complete equilibrium of the object. One is linear equilibrium, other is rotational equilibrium. In case of linear equilibrium, sum of all the forces acting on the body is 0. It means that if this is a uniform rod and if there are 2 forces acting like this, and if these forces have equal magnitude as they have opposite direction, their sum, vector sum, will always be equal to 0. So, in this case this rod is not going to move along a straight line, that is what is called as linear equilibrium. Now, if these 2 forces are acting this way and the rod is pivoted at its center, assume that these are equal forces acting on the same rod, then it is not going to move linearly, it is not going to move in a rotational way, because moment of force which is anti-clockwise and moment of force which is clockwise, they are equal. If sum of all the moments of force is equal, then we call it as rotational equilibrium. If a body has linear as well as rotational equilibrium, we say that the object is in complete equilibrium. So, what is principle of moments? Principle of moments says that if a body is in equilibrium, these are 2 different words, do not say that in equilibrium because it will have a different meaning. It is in equilibrium means body maintains equilibrium, then total clockwise moments, I am writing CLK wise, means clockwise moments is always equal to total anti-clockwise moments. This is what is called as principle of moments. If a body is in equilibrium like this, then the total clockwise moments, this is going to produce the motion of rod in clockwise sense. So, total clockwise moments are always equal to total anti-clockwise moments. Based on this principle, we have to solve few numericals So I am going to begin with the easiest ones from the textbook. Few of the numericals you will have to solve by yourself, which will be given as homework. I will solve one of each type. So I am referring to the textbook for that. Page number 11, there are numericals given for section A. This page number 11, you have to refer to your textbook to understand the numerical. I am starting with the second one. Just to get acquainted with these type of numericals, it says that a nut is opened by a range of length 10 centimeter. Explaining the concepts, this is a nut which is to be opened by using a wrench. Wrench is a type of spanner and you can use it for opening a nut. So the distance, that is what they have given, R equal to 10 centimeter. You are going to apply the force at the end. So this is the force. Further they say, if the least force required is 5 Newton, so force that is required is 5 Newton. Find the moment of force needed to turn the nut. What they have asked is moment of force or torque is equal to what? Generally, how you are supposed to solve the numerical? First thing that you have to observe, what is the data given? Data means what you write as given. So I am using this method, a particular format in which numericals related to physics are supposed to be solved. If you find difficult with the word data, then you can write given. What is given? Force F equal to 5 Newton. Perpendicular distance or the length of the wrench is 10 centimeter. Last year in 9th standard in chapter 1, you have studied about system of units. There are 4 system of units. First one was CGS, second was FPS, foot pound second, third was MKS or metric system, and fourth was combination of all of these, that is SI system of units. So observe whether all the units are in one system. If this is to be converted to dyne, if this was given in dyne and this was in centimeter, you would have directly substituted the values. But this is in SI, this is in CGS. So you have to convert one of them. It is generally the convention that you try to bring the quantities in SI system. So I am converting this centimeter to meter, that is 0.1 meter. Now think about what is to be found out. To find, you have to find here the torque or moment of force. Now think about what is the relation between the quantity to be found out and the quantities which are given. And what is the relation? That is nothing but formula. So what is the formula for torque or moment of force? We know that in notation form, torque is product of perpendicular distance and the magnitude of the force. Now next will be calculations. Calculations means what? Just substitute the values which are given there. So it is torque equal to 0.1 into 5, which is 0.5. Now many students leave the answer here. See, you are talking about a physical quantity. A physical quantity always has a unit. Unless you mention the unit of the final answer, half mark is generally deducted. So, what is the unit? Unit of this is meter, unit of this is Newton. So, you write Newton meter. And finally, answer. You put a rectangular box, tau equal to 0.5 Newton meter. Now, I have shown you one example. Every time I won't be able to do this. Otherwise, we will be able to solve very less number of sums and you will have to do more homework. In order to solve more numericals in the classroom, I won't be following this method. I will write data and all that. But every time this type of conversion I will be writing directly. Now, in 10th standard you are supposed to know how to convert centimeter to meter or millimeter to meter. So, that part I expect you to do, and this also, this is for understanding. This diagram is not to be drawn in the exam. I have drawn the diagram because we are solving the first sum. In the first sum, you should know how the principle of physics are to be applied to a given numerical. So, that is why I have drawn the diagram. Otherwise, in the exam, you are not supposed to draw the diagram unless it is asked. We will go to the next numericals and you will find that they give you the numerical in sentence form, and the first question is draw the diagram of the given situation. So, in that case you have to draw the diagram. So, I will go to the next numerical, page same. I am going to the fourth one now. Now, third one is simple, that will be homework. I will write the homework at the end. So, the fourth question, the diagram. Now, here they have given the diagram. The diagram in figure 1.29 shows two forces F1 5 Newton and F2 3 Newton acting at points A and B of a rod pivoted at point O. See, this is the situation. This is point O where the rod is pivoted in the sense it is capable of rotating about this point. So, they have shown two forces. This is point A where a force of 5 Newton is applied, and another force that is applied F2, that is 3 Newton. Further, it is said that OA equal to 2 meter and OB is equal to 4 meter. What are the questions? See, this is the type of question I was talking about. It can be a 3-mark question because there are 3 sub questions, very short one, those are asked. They have asked first question as find the moment of force of, I am writing MOF for moment of force of F1 about O. Second question is moment of force of F2 about O. And third question is total moment of force, total MOF about O. See, now I won't write the data given, I won't write to find because these things are already written on the board. In the exam, this diagram is also given, in the example this diagram is also given. So, whatever are the things they are directly given, I will write F1 equal to 5 Newton, F2 equal to 3 Newton, R1 equal to 2 meter, R2 equal to 4 meter. Now, I can directly write the formula. Torque 1 or moment of force 1. How you are going to find out moment of force of this? It is just the magnitude of force and the perpendicular distance from the point of pivot where the rod is pivoted. So, it is 2 meter. So, it can be written as R1 into F1. Just substitute the values. R1 is 2 meter into F1 is 5, that is 10 Newton meter. Now, you have to specify the direction or the sense in which this moment of force is going to work. So, if this force is absent, how the rod is going to be rotated? It will rotate this way, which is opposite to the arms of the clock, which is anti-clockwise. So, mention here anti-clockwise, or you can write it as plus 10 Newton meter, because whatever moments are taken in anti-clockwise direction, that we consider as positive. Therefore, this has to be positive. Similarly, second torque will be perpendicular distance R2, magnitude of force F2. So, I am substituting the values 4 into 3, that is 12 Newton meter. Now, you have to specify accordingly. You are finding moment of force of F2. So, assume that F1 is not there. So, what type of moment of force it will be? It will cause the rod to revolve in clockwise direction. So, either write here clockwise, or you can write it as minus 12 Newton meter. Because it is clockwise, our convention says that whichever moment of force is causing the rotation in clockwise direction are taken as negative. Now, the total moment of force, total MOF about O, I am calling it as tau, equal to tau 1 plus tau 2. That is, this is plus 10 plus of minus 12 minus 2 Newton meter, or write 2 Newton meter clockwise, because minus sign is there, which is representing the clockwise rotation or clockwise moment of force. Whenever you are supposed to find moment of force, assume all other forces absent. For example, if I want to find out moment of direction of moment of force because of this force, assume that this is not there. So, only force acting, if I close this, the only force acting is F1. You can easily make out it will cause the anti-clockwise rotation. So, that is the logic to be applied. We go to the next one. Now, we are solving 8th one directly, because in between they are very simple and similar to what we have done. So, page number 11, I am solving the 8th numerical. A uniform meter rule balances horizontally on a knife edge placed at 58 centimeter mark. Assume that this is a uniform meter scale. No need to draw 1 meter long segment. It is just for understanding purpose, and I am showing you how to draw the diagram. As you read the numerical, try to draw the diagram for your understanding. A uniform meter scale is pivoted at its midpoint. 8th one. Midpoint is what? 50. If I call this as 0, meter scale means 100 centimeter. So, this has to be 50, the midpoint. A weight of 50 gram force is suspended from one of its ends. I assume that it is suspended from 0 mark, labeling it as A. This is O, not 0, and this as B. The force is given as 50 gram force. We have discussed this. If you need to convert this force into Newton, multiply it by 980 dyne per centimeter square. So, sorry, centimeter second square. We are not going to convert this. We will get the answer in the same way. We will get the answer in gram force. Where should a weight of 100 gram force be suspended to keep the rule horizontal? Very easy calculations, very easy to understand. What they have said, this is a meter rule which is balanced at 50 centimeter. Weight of 50 gram force is suspended at one of its ends. So, what is the distance between the pivoted point and the force applied? It is R1 equal to 50 centimeter. The question asked is, where should be a weight of 100 gram force should be suspended so that the ruler balances. I am calling this as X. Let us label R2, instead of X I will write R2. We want to find out R2, where this 100 gram force weight must be suspended so that ruler balances. Now, what are the moments of force in clockwise and anti-clockwise sense? Clockwise torque, I am calling it tau 1, equal to which force is going to move the ruler in clockwise direction? This force. So, I assume this force to be absent. What is the moment of force of this? It is R2 F2. You have the value of F2. So, R2 into 100. This is your total clockwise movement. What is anti-clockwise moment? Anti-clockwise moment I am calling as tau 2. So, what is anti-clockwise moment? Just close this. This is the force which is going to cause the ruler to rotate in anti-clockwise sense. It is R1 into F1. What is value of R1? 50 into F1 is 50. That is equal to 2500 gram force centimeter. Now, what is the principle of moments? Principle of moments, according to, generally you write the reason why, which principle you are using. According to principle of moments, what does it say? Total clockwise moment or torque equal to total anti-clockwise torque. Means here which notations we are using? Tau 1 equal to tau 2. Now, you have these values, just substitute R2 into 100 equal to 2500. R2 equal to 2500 upon 100, that is equal to 25 centimeter. Means you are getting the value of R2 as 25 centimeter. Means you have to suspend the weight from which mark? Add 25 to this, you will get 75 here. So, your answer should be 100 gram force. This has to be written in words. The 100 gram force weight should be attached to the scale at 75 centimeter mark? Answer should be written in words also in such problem. Now, next numerical we will be solving the ninth one, little bit different than what we have solved up till now. Ninth one, I will draw the diagram now first, then we will see whether we can complete it in this lecture or continue in the next one. A uniform meter rule balances horizontally on a knife edge placed at 58 centimeter mark. This is 58. Now, what they are saying further, when a weight of 20 gram force is suspended from one end. Now, you have to use the logic. Only 20 gram force weight is attached somewhere at one of the ends. Which end you will select? Where the weight of the scale is acting from? It is acting from 50 centimeter mark. This is weight of the scale. From the midpoint it is acting, so this is 50 centimeter. This force lies on the left hand side, which is going to cause anti-clockwise movement. So, I will have to attach 20 gram force at this end. So, I will call this as F equal to 20 gram force. What are the questions? Just check. Draw the diagram of the arrangement. Now, many students do not draw this weight from the center of gravity of the object. So, you have to consider the weight. And second part they have asked is what is the weight of the ruler? Means first part is over, there is nothing hanging from here. Second part is what is the weight of the scale? We will be using the same principle, but we will solve it in the next lecture. Thank you.